Hey, what's up guys? Kyle Watts here. Today, we're going to go over storage options and why you need them. So some of you might be looking for storage backup for all your projects. Some of you might be looking for like some SSDs to run your project off of. Today we're going to go over a list of the stuff that I use and why you should own a few of these. All right, so probably the most common one you'll see out there is the Lacy rugged drives. And they are exactly what they sound like. They are rugged hard drives in protective cases. So you can kind of throw these in your bag, not really worry about if they're going to get damaged in your bag or not. They are drop protective. Obviously, don't drop them if you can. But this one is a 4 terabyte drive. Comes off a USB-C. Does have a cable for USB 3.0. I want to say this is $149, so it is a very good price option for 4 terabytes. It's hard to go wrong with something like this. There's sometimes what I'll use this for is, since my Mac only has a terabyte SSD card, I'll actually run my big projects off of this, ones that I know I'm going over a terabyte of space, just because then I know I'm not going to run out of space. My computer can still do all its renderings. That's a good option for that. For some of the older Mac users, they do make a kind of a built-in Thunderbolt cable. These ones are a bit more expensive just because they are kind of weird with the cable. But some of your older Mac users, this is probably going to be one that you want. This is about $190 for 2 terabytes, so they are more expensive. But they do have options out there, so you don't have to go USB 3. I believe this is about 130 megabits per second write speed. I think this is about 130, 140 as well. But those are good backup drives. I also use these drives for when I'm done with projects that I'm going to be using soon. I will back them up to there. I'll take my Final Cut library, I'll dump them onto here. Anything that I'm kind of basically still in the process of working on, that's where it's going. All right, so another drive that's becoming probably more popular than the Lacy drives is the Samsung T5 SSD card. This specific one is a 500 gigabyte SSD card. These are quite a bit faster write speeds than the Lacy drives. These go up to about 500 megabits per second. Sorry, 500 megabytes per second. These are probably almost as fast as the SSD that's built into my computer. So one of the more common applications you'll see with this is people who are MacBook users, laptops. You'll actually Velcro this to the back of your lid and just plug it right in, and it'll double your hard drive or add on to it. You can run all of your stuff off of this and probably be just as fast as the hard drive that's on the laptop itself. So they make these drives into 500 gigabyte, a 1 terabyte, a 2 terabyte. I believe the T7's now out. They might be just as cheap as some of these ones now too, just because I think they're giving some of the more sales on those. So sometimes what I'll do when I'm running smaller projects is I'll actually just run everything off of this drive. I'll load all my footage onto this drive. I'll run my Final Cut library on this drive. And then I'll run the whole thing on there, and it's very fast. Once I'm done, I'll render it down. I'll take files off of this. Maybe I'll move them back to the Lacy drive. And I'll keep everything off the computer, and I won't have to worry about that. So these ones are incredibly fast drives, and I would just recommend picking one of these up regardless. They're a good drive to have, and they're a good source of faster drives than sometimes some of your laptops are. I mean, some of these newer MacBooks, you're going to have SSD cards on there anyways, so they're going to be just as quick. But if you don't want to completely max out the hard drive on your computer, just go get one of these small SSD drives. They're perfect for that. You can find these sometimes about $90, otherwise they average at about $120. I have seen a couple times where the 1 terabyte T5 Samsung will be as low as like $140. So if you ever see it that cheap, in fact, I'll put a link in the description. I'm not sure what the prices are at right now on Amazon, but if you can get those things at $140 for a terabyte SSD card, just buy the dang thing. So another option I have is I actually have this little case that you can put internal SSD card. So this is like a Samsung Evo internal hard drive. I believe this is a 500 gigabyte. These are only about $50 nowadays. You can get these internal SSD cards really cheap. It doesn't have to be a Samsung one, but so these cases have the correct adapter for these cards, and all you do is you put them in there. You got the cover. Close the cover. It's got heat vents, and then it runs off of a USB-C. So if you guys still have some older internal SSD cards or ones that you're not using, just go get one of these cases. These are only like $25. You can throw your SSD in here. It's a great hard drive to bring back and forth. Sometimes you can even just mount this under your computer and just leave it as one of your main drives. All right, so the last option that I'm running is the Western Digital Easy Store. This is a little tower, and this is a 12 terabyte external hard drive. So now what I'm using this for is not to run any current projects. This is pretty much just straight up storage for me. When I'm done with a project, when I'm done with the Final Cut library, I'm putting it on here. It's something that I want to keep, but I'm not actively using, and I don't want to have it take up space on one of these other drives. It's where it's going. It's basically just my bank of old footage and projects that maybe someday you want to come back to, or you need that one thing that you did on a different video. This is the drive for you. So 12 terabytes on this, and this was about $220. So if you do the math, that's about $18 per terabyte. That is absolutely your best option if you're looking for just straight storage. So let's go over kind of the price breakdowns here. So if you're looking at like a 12 terabyte hard drive, this one came out at $220, which is about $18.25 per terabyte. That is ridiculously cheap for storage. And if you're just looking for storage, $18 a terabyte, get this. So on the Samsung SSD, you can get these things from about $90 to $120. Sometimes you can get the 1 terabyte for $140. So you're looking at about $140 per terabyte with the Samsung SSD. So you got the Lacy drive, which is a 4 terabyte, $150. You're looking at about $38 per terabyte. Great option for that. If you're looking at the older one for Macs with the Thunderbolt cable, you are going to spend more on this one. This is $189. So price per terabyte, you're looking at $94.50. So this one can get a little spendy, but 4 terabyte in the USB-C, that's a good option. That's just one. This is just something you should just have in your bag. Like, I'm not going to joke around. Just go get a 4 terabyte or a 2 terabyte drive. They're cheap enough. You're going to need backup at some point. I would do that. And then if you're running like an old external or old internal SSD card with a case, you're looking at about $90 per terabyte. So not too bad. Oh no, that's what I'm running for data. I like to try to keep my computer clear as I can, and anytime I'm done with a project, I'm usually transferring stuff. Like I said, if I'm transferring to that. So that's what I got, guys. If you're looking just to dump main storage, I would say definitely just get this, the Easy Store. Absolutely worth the price. You can dump as much stuff as you want on this thing, and when this gets full, you can go get another one for $200, and you'll have another 12 terabyte storage. So very good option for that. And Lacy drive 4 terabyte, I would just get one of those as well. Any laptop users, for sure get one of these Samsungs. Check out the T7s, because sometimes the T7s are on sale for just as good a price. And they are faster write speed on the T7s. I think they're like 1,000 megabytes per second. So, all right, so that's all I got for you today. Go check out the description below. I'll put all the links for these products down there. And while you're down there, go ahead and leave me a comment. Let me know what you guys think about any of these products. Do you guys own these things? Is there anything else that you would recommend? Go ahead and leave that in the comment, and we'll start a conversation down there. While you're down there, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss out on any other gear reviews or film tutorials. And as always, we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching, guys. Later.